So diving right in, this is my second CV builder from the Odin project. This one's actually using React Router DOM, something that hasn't been introduced yet in the Odin project, but I have a little bit of experience with. So I wanted to kind of dip my toe, push myself a little bit, see what I could kind of remember, what I needed to research a little bit more, as a way to really challenge myself. So if you haven't seen my other videos relating to the CV builder project, I'll have them linked down below. The first one goes over the 3 different designs that I am aspiring to make, and the second one is my first version, which was a very simple, basic CV builder. And the reason why I'm doing 3 is sometimes I felt like I've gone very easy on the Odin project, some of the tasks, and I really wanted to challenge myself and learn a little bit more. Diving into the project itself, so I'll give a quick overview. I've got this welcome page where you can then click next on the personal information. You got your previous next sections. You can add the website. So if you have seen my other video, it's a very similar setup there. I actually did do quite a lot of copy and pasting from the other one, just mostly from the state. So again, I've got the state all in the main app, so I can push it along to the different sections, and then at the end I render it as one. So navigation, you can navigate using these buttons at the top, all the buttons on each page, so that's quite good. I also have a 404 kind of error page, so basically if it goes to a route that isn't part of my paths, then it gets this page and you can go back home. So that was a really nice feature to add in. Personal information, I won't add in my name or email because I actually think autofill might be on and nobody wants to see all my details. So you can add your website, add multiple. What's my GitHub? GitHub.com. See development. Yeah. And then the about. So hello. My name is Craig. And I hate talking about myself. Pretty standard. Go to the next section. If I go back, all the state is still there, so that's very good. Education, again, you can just fill this in to, from. Again, if there's no to, it will use it as present, so we can do that. I'm just got, as I said, autofill is on. I'm just flying through this. Yeah, learned. English language I am not great at, hence why I did maths. Yeah, Korea, all that kind of stuff. So I'm just going to fly through this, click on these skills sections, add HTML, CSS, what else have I got? JavaScript, SQL, and hot dogs for some reason. This is a display flex here, so it will flex out and then it will also wrap, which was quite nice. I did have it as display, but no, justify content between, I think it was, space between, yeah. And it just looked a bit odd, so I've kind of taken that out. References, again, add your references, emails, phone numbers. It's Bob, and a phone number. Quite like this one, so like this as kind of hyphen going on there. I've forgotten the name of it. There's an actual name for this hyphen, but again, and I think this is no, I left this as 1 column layout because I did have it as 2 columns, but I wanted to kind of push it to the right hand side, but then that looked weird with the name and then the email address being longer than the name, so I just left it as a 1 column view here. My name would be up here, so would email address and telephone number. Careers and projects can be added in there as well. Click print. Now I've got a few classes which work on the CSS media query when it's printing, and that just kind of stretches it so it's full screen again. So not too bad there. Quite a simple project, I would say, but it was really nice using the router. So you can see I've got preview up there, personal info, education, career, projects, skills, and references. So pretty decent there. When I was first building it, I was just using A tags for these like next and previous sections, and that was breaking it. So it was really weird because it would navigate and I would lose all my state. So I figured out I had to use the actual link. So I'll bring up my code and you can see a version of this. I'll bring up the navigation. Let's get rid of that. Navigation, there we go. So yeah, I use nav links at the top, which allows me to use like an is active. And the is active is what this color thing is. If I go to preview at the bottom, you see that I use links, and this will just link to the next page or the previous page. It works pretty well and it keeps the state, so I'm quite happy with that. There is a few issues that I've come across. So as you'll tell, I'm actually viewing this on my local machine. I have pushed it to GitHub, but there is a slight problem with my routes and I cannot figure it out yet. It doesn't like having the repo name in there. It just thinks that's one of the 404 missing pages, and then when I click home it goes all the way back to my GitHub main page, and it works, but it's just like that's not how it's supposed to work, if that makes sense. I've tried Googling a little bit, I haven't figured out the solution yet. The other problem I would say is I did rush this, I'll be honest. If you had seen my other video, you'll have noticed that I haven't got any document styles in this, and I did initially think that I was going to put it in, but I kind of ran out of time, rushed it, and thought it's not a major thing. It would be like a nice to have, but it works without it. So I'll kick myself a little bit because I probably should have waited and spent a little bit more time on this. And one of the issues you'll see here, I've got careers and projects. One thing I wanted to do was if the data was blank, say like the first career title in my array was blank, then to blank off that entire section. So again, I think that's probably a requirement, not a nice to have, because if someone didn't have any projects and they just wanted to put their education and career on, then they're going to have this project section and it's going to be like, well, I can't use this now. So yeah, definitely that's something I want to change. But other than that, I think it's been an alright build. It was nice to break down the sections. So I've got like the not found, the navigation, home footer, the education. So it does look a little bit messy and there's a bit of duplication. So I'm using a map quite a few times. So I've got a map there and a map there, and that's to do with the two different sections. So say this is education. That education. Nope, this one's education. So this gets repeated. So if I added a new education here, you see it will repeat again. I don't know why I got those D's. So a little bit repetitive, but it does work. And the other thing is that my email doesn't have any kind of checks on it. So you could actually just put in a random text string or whatever, and it will still work, and it won't warn you saying it's not an email. So that's something I need to fix as well. And as I mentioned in my last video, it would be nice to save the data just to local storage or something so someone could come back and view it. So you would possibly have a print or save button along here. Should be quite nice. It may be a good idea actually thinking about it now. So here, here I've got the print button and it works. But say if I was in the career section and I wanted to just click print for some reason, it wouldn't work. It would print this page. So if I did have a print button, it would be quite nice if it moved it to the preview page and then worked for me there. But again, I think that's a bit of a nice to have. Let me know what you thought of this build. Do you think it was a good idea going with React Router DOM or not? If you have enjoyed this video, please make sure you give it a like. And if you'd like to see more, then please subscribe. Hope you all have a good day, and I'll catch you later.